Another one better than the last one, man. You know what I'm saying? Ambassador Ron back with it with another message. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining your God image. It's important that you maintain your God image, man. Before you even jump into this live, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification button. You know what I'm saying? Get tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a powerful message tonight. I don't condone or promote any criminal activities whatsoever. I'm a motivator, and I'm simply taking a particular message and I'm spreading it with the masses. You know what I'm saying? So let's get started, man. Maintaining your God-like image. You know what I'm saying? But in order to maintain your God-like image, you got to really understand yourself. And you got to keep these niggas out your business. Yeah, that's very important to keep these niggas out your business to maintain your God self. And you definitely got to make sure the bitch is about your business, you know? A lot of people have no idea what their God image is like. Ask yourself, what does it look like to be your God image? You know what I'm saying? What does it look like to be your God self? Because the reality is this, in order to maintain your God image or to even have a God image or move like a God, not only do you got to know yourself, but you got to surround yourself with others that also look at you as a God. You know what I'm saying? Because if you surround yourself with niggas that don't really look at you as a God or don't respect you, or around bitches that don't really look at you as a God, you know what I'm saying? They're going to treat you like earth level. A lot of these niggas will put you in the heavens, right? You all in the heavens. And if you humble yourself at the end of the day and let them think you down to earth, they'll talk to you like you the devil. So when I say all these things, I want you to have the mindset that, you know what, no matter who I run across, I gotta be high in the sky. Don't ever make these niggas feel like they on your level. Don't ever make these bitches feel like they on your level, ever. No matter what the situation is, maintain your God self. Maintain your God image. Just know that you might listen to some of my lives, right? You might take a lot of this game and you might say, you know what? I like exactly what Ambassador Ron is saying and doing. A lot of these niggas might study what you saying. A lot of people study what I'm saying. They listen to what you saying. They got praise and worship service, as rest in peace, my brother Simple used to say. Oh, man, the great and honorable, the incomparable Ambassador Ron, man. Holla if you hear me. Yeah, Ambassador Ron. Oh, man, where you going, Ron? Where you going, man? To a place called Paradise? You gotta watch these corny ass niggas for real, for real. You gotta maintain your God self-image. You gotta maintain your God image. You know what I'm saying? And you might run across a lot of people that's fan the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to tell them, hey, bro, you a motherfucking cornball. You might have some bitches that's fan the fuck out. So you don't tell them straight up, use a motherfucking cornball. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to tell you this. The ones that's the most fanned out, I'm talking about egregiously fanned the fuck out. Those are the same ones that end up being jealous of you. Keep them niggas away from you. You got to stay high in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get it from different directions. You got to maintain your God self. I have a live called Not Everybody Deserves to Know Your Truth. So what I want you to do is, when you get the chance, I want you to listen to that Not Everybody Deserves Your Truth. And I want you to listen to this live. Maintaining your God self. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody deserving your truth is one thing. But some individuals don't even deserve to know you, period. You got niggas outside that might say some shit like, What's up with some big old pimping, man? Oh, man, I'm just trying to be like you. Man, well, shit. When I hear a nigga say some shit like that, I'm just trying to be like you. My first thought is, well, shit, tell the bitch that. Tell the bitch you trying to be like Ambassador Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Tell the bitch that. Tell the bitch you trying to be like me. Because a lot of these niggas, they be trying to learn you, admire you. Oh, man, what's up with some big old pimping, man? They trying to learn you, soak up some game. But they speaking on you behind your back. They speaking on you behind your back to the bitches. And usually it's the ones that appear to be close to you. You know what I'm saying? It's been so many individuals in the game. It's been so many individuals in the game, man, that, you know, oh, man, I speak highly of you. And there's been numerous people come to me saying, oh, look, they speaking behind your back, Ambassador Ryan. And the ones that speak on you, a lot of times, be fan the fuck out. Acting like they want an autograph. You got to treat these niggas like a fucking fan in the bleachers. That's how you got to treat these niggas. Think of it like this. If you let a fan from the bleachers come on a basketball court and throw on a jersey and study your jump shot, study your post moves, he gonna start to tell you how the game go. Now, how you should play the game and the rules of the game. And if you allow him to be on the court for long enough, he'll start to believe he knows your weaknesses. Some of these niggas are a reflection of a renegade TikTok 304 / game thief. They use your playbook. They use, you know what I'm saying, everything that you pretty much teach them. They go to the next creative player. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they tell the next creative player, hey, Coach Ambassador Ron, he usually goes left when it's time to make a layup. His right hand is weak. You got to keep these niggas out your business. You got to maintain your godlike image. Everybody doesn't get to know your weaknesses and your strength. Everybody can't be on the court with you. You got to keep these niggas far away. These niggas will put you far in the heavens when you never even asked to be in the heavens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been so many niggas that see me out in public, right? And they be like, oh, Ambassador Ron, why you not wearing a suit? Why you ain't suited, man? I thought you would be in the suit. I thought you'd be in a mansion. I thought you'd be in a mansion sipping tea and shit. And in my mind, I'm like, look, I don't wear suits every day. You know what I mean? Sometimes I do eat fast food. Sometimes I do. I like tacos. I like burritos. I like the hood tacos. I like the taco trucks in the hood. I like the burger. I like the burgers. I like fast food joints sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I like enchiladas. You know what I mean? I do. You know what I'm saying? A nigga drink Kool-Aid. A nigga drink, you know what I'm saying, lemonade. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear suits everywhere I go. You feel me? I might be in some sweats and a fitted cap. People run into me in person and be like, I thought you would be just be in a suit somewhere in a mansion. That is not the case. But see, some of these niggas don't even deserve to know that. Don't put me high in the sky in the heavens. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask to be there. You know what I'm saying? And for one, I've only been suited in a few of my lives. I already talked about dressing down and the benefits of dressing down versus dressing up. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that's trying to put me high in the sky, at the end of the day, it's like, some of them niggas don't got a name. So you don't got to worry about dressing up or down or being noticed or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about dressing down to be noticed and none of that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, not everybody deserves your truth. Even when I'm putting on a particular suit, I'm giving niggas game. I dress down for a reason. Now, if you niggas want some game on where to buy, some fly ass shit and where to get tailored and shit like that, schedule a consultation. The same niggas that be speaking on me in my suits don't own a suit. They don't own multiple suits. Niggas got 3 button ups and they start talking about how I should dress and shit like that. I don't wear suits everywhere I go. I don't. But even with the young ladies, right? I've had certain young ladies that might see my YouTube channel and they'll have a perception of me and I'm not suited and booted. And I notice, when you dress down at times, that godlike image, that perception of you, are you supposed to be in a suit all the time? They start to lose respect because the perception they had of you wearing suits all the time. I will say this, a suit can command respect and people can take you more serious. But I also got to be honest, I'm not in a suit all the time. So don't put me in the heavens, and I didn't ask to be in the heavens around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing about I don't eat fast food. Yeah, I have, yes. Sometimes I do eat fast food. Yeah, I like tacos, burgers, burritos, all that shit. You feel me? Now, I'm just being honest. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I'm not going to sit up here and lie when it comes to that shit. Because there's a lot of people that see me in person, right? And, they say those things. I never thought I would see you outside, P. I'm like, yeah, man, I'll be outside for surely. I've been dealing with niggas admiring me, studying me my whole life. That admiration, people admiring you and shit, that shit can turn into hate like this. It starts with compliments, right? Then it go into jokes. Then it go into comparison. Then it go into secret competition. And when it's secret competition, then there's distance. And when there's distance, yeah, a lot of times they could be working on themselves, whatever. But a lot of times when there's distance, it's because they speaking on you. I'm going to give you an example. What's a nigga that went to a whole different state after being around me? This is a nigga that went to a whole different state after being around me, right? He told a nigga from a whole different state he don't like how I dress sometimes. This nigga said he don't like the way I don't be dressing up, suited and booted sometimes, and I'll dress down, and this nigga then went to a whole different state and said I'll start fights. You know what I mean? This nigga then told a nigga from a whole different state Ambassador Ron, he don't got multiple hoes. And how he don't like going live with me and you know what I'm saying? And this is somebody, he went to a whole different state and said this shit to somebody he's never met before prior to this. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that came to my mind is I got to maintain my godlike image. Everybody doesn't deserve to know me. Because for one, a nigga will look for your flaws. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas are just like a lot of the bras in the game. They'll look for a reason to blow. But in this situation, they looking for a reason to speak bad on your name. There's plenty of niggas that I treated like pimps. Just to find out they want to be my ex-hoes. You know what I'm saying? They want to be just like my ex-hoes, man. Never give these niggas the opportunity to go out of state and say that they're a better pimp than you. Some of these niggas don't deserve to be around you. Because a lot of these niggas are expecting perfection when they're around you. That's part of being a public figure. But what I'm saying is that a lot of individuals within the gang They forget that although this person may have a name, this person might be, putting out good messages, good game. They tend to forget that this is still a human being. And to maintain that godlike image, you can't let everybody in your circumference. It's some people that may come around you and they view you as a god. They like, man, this motherfucker is sharp, clean. You know what I mean? God damn, this nigga own it. But like I said, it can go two ways. It can go an individual, he's going to look for flaws and he's going to go to the next nigga and tell, oh, Ambassador Ron, he was trying to start fights. He was swinging on niggas. You know what I mean? He was doing this, he was doing that. Then you have individuals that admiration, it could turn into jealousy, then secret competition, then distance. Then you have some genuine individuals because it's not all bad. It's rare. And if it was up to me, keep these niggas away from you. Maintain your God self-image. Maintain your God-like image. Keep these niggas away from you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't deserve to be around you. And if they are around you, test troubles and times. Test troubles and times also apply to niggas too. You can't just let anybody in your circumference. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's been plenty of niggas that I treated like pimps just to find out they want to be like my ex-hoes. Because anything you do or say will be held against you. You know what I'm saying? Just know that. I seen Ambassador Ron eat a cheeseburger with fries. Man, and when I seen him eat a cheeseburger with fries, I'm like, man, Ambassador Ron, that ain't healthy. How you a pimp, you eating cheeseburger with fries? He not a giant like I thought he was. He was eating a cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? I seen Ambassador Ron with diamonds in his teeth. You know what I'm saying? I seen Ambassador Ron with a chain. He's no longer trying to be like this pimping, man. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to dress like the rappers. Keep these niggas away from you so you can maintain your godlike image. These niggas use your game, speak on you, like they came up with the game themselves. Knowing damn well they wouldn't have the information unless they listen to you. Then hide the bitch from you. Keep these niggas out your business. These niggas will learn you just to tell they bitch what they presume all your flaws. You know what I mean? They'll learn your information just to tell they bitch to stay the fuck away from you. So you won't knock they bitch. A bitch might bring up, pimps try to knock off of nice cars and nice jewelry and, you know what I'm saying? A bitch are indirectly trying to insinuate that pimps with nice shit are tricks. Because she got that narrative from the nigga that's hating on you. You got to watch out for that too. Because you might ask yourself, where did she get this concept from? You got to watch out for the passive aggressive pillow talkers. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch out. I wouldn't be surprised if these niggas put me on the T app. I wouldn't be surprised if niggas try to put me on the T app, babe. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You might be like, Ron, you got to be kidding me. But I'm dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep these niggas out your circumference, man. They'll look for a reason. They'll literally look for a reason to hate on you to make themselves feel like a pimp. And that's all a part of being great. It's all a part of being a God, a spark of God. You know what I'm saying? Shit like You know, you might leave your cologne in a nigga car, right? And a bitch might smell your cologne. You know what I'm saying? A bitch might, so say it's somebody that calls himself and pimping, right? And you in a car with him, and you leave your cologne in his car, and his bitch drive the car. You know what I'm saying? And she like, I like this cologne. It smell good. If a nigga say some shit like, well, if you want to fuck with my partner, just go fuck with my partner. You got to watch out for niggas like that. If you want to fuck with Ambassador Ron, go fuck with Ambassador Ron. You got to watch for niggas like that. Once you hear some shit like that, leave that nigga alone. Leave that nigga alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Or the bitch might come in and knock on the door, and you know what I mean? She don't never come knocking on this particular door, but she calling niggas daddy and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he might go to her and say all type of shit. If you want to fuck with him, if that's your daddy, then go fuck with him. But remember, it might start off as a joke. Remember what I said in the beginning of the live, earlier in the live. You know what I'm saying? That admiration, he can admire you. You know what I'm saying? It starts with compliments. It starts with jokes. It starts with compliments. It starts with jokes. You know what I mean? Then comparison. Then competition. You know what I mean? Then that distance. When niggas create that distance, they speaking on you. But when a nigga make that joke to his bitch and he tell you, stay the fuck away from that nigga. If he repeatedly has to tell his bitch, if you want to fuck with Ambassador Ron, stay away from that nigga, man. Or anybody. If you want to go fuck with him, nah, man, you got to stay away from cats like that. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell away from that nigga. For real, for real. You know, when you're a god, you don't have a lot of friends when you're a god. When you have the appearance of a god. Because you understand that everybody probably wishes they was in your position. Or have the same power. So you don't hang with just anybody and everybody. And I have to learn that. I had to learn that. And, you know, when you want to help people, you want to give people game at the end of the day, you got to find that balance. Because everybody doesn't deserve a consultation. Everybody, just because you met him in the streets doesn't mean, oh, I met him in the streets. You know, since I met him in the streets, we locked in. And this doesn't mean that they not no pimping. There could be some genuine pimping. You know what I'm saying? They might be some pimping. But just because they some pimping doesn't mean that you guys agree with everything. You know, it don't mean that y'all agree with everything. And it doesn't mean that he needs to be a pimp partner. You know what I'm saying? When you maintain your God image, you got to watch out for fake friends posed as pimp friends. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch out for that shit. Because these niggas be hating on me for sure. Because I be popping it. If you listen to all my lives, man, I be popping it. For surely. Them niggas be hating for sure. Them niggas be hating. Because I notice when I pop it, what I say matters. It get underneath people's skin. It's either they congratulate me, they say, man, keep doing your thing, because you got some genuine people out there. Everybody is not out to get you, but you got some genuine people out there. The ones that hate, you know what I'm saying, you can see it. It's so much anger. You know what I'm saying? It's so much anger. It ain't, you know what? I might not like the way you do things, but you saying some real shit. Or I might not like this, or I don't like that you did that, but you saying some real shit. See, I'm not a hater. If somebody has something good to say, or if I like something, or somebody go crazy, I'm going to say, you know what, you go crazy. A hater is, you know what I'm saying, you said this, so I don't like that. So, you know what I mean? And another thing is this. In order to maintain your God image, you can't address everybody. Everybody doesn't get to be addressed. And you do things whenever the fuck you want to do things as a God or a spark of God. You know what I'm saying? You don't move just because somebody else said move or respond just because somebody else said something about you. You do things on your motherfucking accord. You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel like responding, nigga, you ain't gonna get no response. That's just really what it is. As a God, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to look at yourself as you have to look at yourself like I'm too big to even respond or continue to respond to this motherfucker. It's just like a bitch that you know is a punk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, you get to the point where you like, you know what? It's no point in me even going back and forth with this bitch. I know who you are. You're not gonna change. I have to maintain my God image. I'm not gonna get out of character because I know who the fuck you are and I know what I am. If you know who you are, there won't be no need to continue to go on with this rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Our God knows himself. Like I said in the beginning of the live. When you have the spark of God in you, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people be intimidated. I'm going to be honest. They'll start to compare themselves. But you have to maintain your God-like image. Even with that bitch. You know what I mean? The bitch should never feel like, oh, that's just my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's just, that's just such and such. The bitch should never start calling you by your name. She should never start to talk to you like a regular nigga. You know what I'm saying? Some shouldn't even have the privilege to be in your presence. You know what I'm saying? You should, as a God, as a spark of God, you should have the mindset that, bitch, your best for somebody else wouldn't be enough for me. Your best for somebody else will still not be enough for me. You know what I'm saying? That's having that God-like image. It's been so many situations where a bitch might have, when she first started talking to you, she was respectful. You know what I mean? She was calling you daddy. She was calling you dads or whatever the fuck she called you, master, king, sir, whatever. And as she got more accustomed to you, rather she was around you a lot, she started to talk to you more. She started to be around you a lot more. She started to be in your presence. She's seen the way you brush your teeth. She calculated how long you take a shower. She got used to your cologne. She got used to, what time you wake up in the morning. She started to study which way you slept. She got so accustomed to you that you lost that God-like image, because when you're a God, when you have the image of a God and you conduct yourself like a God, it has to be things that she doesn't know. And I spoke on this on a previous live, staying ahead of that bitch. In order for you to maintain that God image, she can't know every single thing about you, and she can't be around you 24/7. And I'm going to say this too. When you have that God-like image, at the end of the day, some bitches will never have the opportunity to actually know you because they don't meet the requirements to know you. Your requirements are too high for this bitch. She doesn't deserve to be with somebody that has a spark of God. She don't deserve to be with nobody that got a spark of God within them. She'll never meet your requirements. So there's certain things she don't need to know. She don't need to know that you evolved and you know what I'm saying? You evolved and you sat up there and you got a condo in New York. You got several condos, you know what I'm saying, where you can oversee the whole city. You know what I'm saying? Manhattan in New York. She don't need to know that. She don't need to know you got 4 Maseratis. You know what I'm saying? And you got a Rolls Royce. She don't need to know that. Bitch don't need to know none of that. She don't need to know none of that. See, when you have that godlike image, old bitches, they won't get to know the new you. So she's still probably spreading rumors about the old you. She's probably talking about the when she used to be with you. She's probably looking at screenshots and videos of the old times and the old memories. When you got a godlike image, the bitch don't get the new version of you. She got to go through other bitches to find out what you up to now. She don't deserve the new version of you as your God image. You know what I'm saying? She don't. Because as a God, you continue to grow and evolve. You continue to expand your kingdom. You continue to expand your knowledge, your wisdom, your information. And you run across more people to where you start to understand that the more people I run across, I'm starting to learn that everybody doesn't deserve to get to know me. Not only does not everybody get to know your truth, everybody doesn't get to deserve to know the God you, that God within you. People might say, well, Ambassador Ron, it might be certain young ladies that say, I was never around him. I was barely ever around him at all. Because you didn't deserve to get to know the God image. You didn't qualify. You didn't meet the requirements. You know what I'm saying? I never really got to see him. I never this, I never that. And I want the gentleman to understand this. The reason why you have to keep your God-like image, especially when you have a name, because people will try to terrorize your legacy. They try to speak down on your name. They're not focused on building no legacy. They're trying to tear down yours. They have nothing else better to do but to speak on you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what you have to do is you have to separate yourself. Everybody don't deserve to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? And the more that she gets to know you, the more she feels like she could disrespect you. Because these bitches are constantly studying and watching. Same with these niggas. When you have that godlike image, you believe you can do anything you put your mind to. And you need to surround yourself with individuals within your kingdom that believe that you're a God. You know, what's somebody that is a God at the end of the day? You believe you have the powers to where you can make anything happen. But the disciples around you, the people around you, they don't believe that you're a God. They'll start to look at you like a servant or a peasant within the village. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to ask yourself, am I a king or a God? You know what I mean? A king at the end of the day is a positioning. You know what I'm saying? A king is at a certain position. A people agree with the king. They have an understanding of a king. They're an acceptance of a king. A God is something that's within you. I don't need acceptance from the villages that I'm a God or a spark of God. So to maintain that God image, not only do you have to have it in you, but you also have to have people around you that accept you for them to also look at you as a king. And also, when it comes to being a king at the end of the day, you have people around you that are willing to, you know what? I want to listen to this individual. You know, in order to even have the image of a God, you have to have people that are willing to listen to you. So, with that being said, if there's a bitch within your phone, your messages, on your line, if she not listening to you, she doesn't get the God version of you. Or the king version of you. She don't get none of that shit. If it's a nigga on the phone with you trying to study you to speak down on you or to assassinate your character, that's not even nobody you need to be wrapping it up with. You feel me? They looking for the tea and shit. That ain't even nobody you need to concern yourself with. Let them continue to be goofies. You feel me? Let them continue to live goofily ever after. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be surrounding yourself with people that don't want to see you on top. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hella situations where I hear like it's always start off good in the beginning. Oh yeah, she's submissive. You know, she don't talk back. She don't do this. She don't do that. And I look, I went through the same thing, and I still go through the same thing. They start off very submissive, very respectful. The more she feel like she get to know you, the bitch is calling you by your name. The bitch is being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? The bitch is talking out of turn. You know what I mean? She doing those things because she feel like she know you. That goes back to not letting her master you into submission. Never make her feel like she knows you. I don't give a fuck how many lives I do. You'll never get to know everything about me through these lives. I got enough lives where somebody can sit up there and study. You're still not gonna get the God image of me just through the lives. There's so much more to me than just these lives. If I'm popping this on the live, just think about everything else I know. I don't share every single thing that I know on the lives at all. This ain't shit. To be honest with you, this really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? To me, this ain't nothing. I can go way deeper. Way deeper. But maintaining that God-like image is so important because that God image, you might say, how can I maintain that God image, Ambassador Ron? How do we get to that point? Because it's easy to say never let nobody get to know the full you. You know what I'm saying? What you have to do is continue to climb. The more successful you are, the more you put yourself in a position to be successful, the more you climb with ranking, no matter what lifestyle you in, the higher you are, the more people you meet on your level, or not even on your level, people that also want similar things that you want when it comes to success. Your beliefs in regards to success align to where certain people, they can't even get in touch with you. They can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So maintaining your God-like image is so important. You know what I mean? And continuously to evolve. A lot of people, they have a God-like image, but they never evolve. They never continue to climb. They never continue to try to better themselves, to be the best version of themselves possible. You know, maintaining your God-like image is a continuous thing. It's not like a 1 week thing. Okay, I you know, or a 1 month thing. You got to continue to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't continue to work on yourself, and a lot of individuals, the reason why she's talking to you like that, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna go back to the suits. You might have been somebody that got suited and booted on a regular. But you found, you know what I mean, smelling good, working out, drinking water, you know what I mean? Read books, popping some pimping, you know what I mean? Or you might not even be in a lifestyle, but you read books, you work out, you get suited and booted, you smell good, you know what I'm saying? You be popping it, but you got away from that. And it's not even just for the ladies, for yourself. You got away from that. You know what I'm saying? And you start attracting exactly what you are. Or you start attracting not what you are at the end of the day, but you start attracting what you put out, what you project. In order to have that God image, you know what I'm saying? You have to project God image to get that back. Hold yourself high in the sky. It's not just about the attire, but I just know that the suit commands more respect. It might run off a lot of bras that really ain't talking about nothing. And it might attract bras that ain't talking about nothing. And I spoke about that. But no matter what you wear, make sure that you're clean, you're showered, you're fly, and that you have that God image in your skin and the way you talk and the way you walk, the way you present yourself. You know what I'm saying? And don't lose that. You know what I'm saying? maintaining your God image at the end of the day is important, especially if you're a public figure, if people know you. I see a lot of times this person might be, he might have the image of a god, right? But the broad she got the image of, a dookie booty. In simplest terms, it's a dookie booty bitch. You know what I'm saying? She ain't talking about shit. You got to think about your legacy. You got to think about your name. You got to think about perception. She can't be around you. She cannot be around you. I don't give a fuck what people, oh man, she must really run it up. She must really that. You don't know behind closed door that bitch might suck. Like this bitch bump. This bitch ain't talking about shit. You can't have that around you. And to be honest with you, you don't even want to deal with that type of bitch. It might take, I'm going to say this, it might take for you to cut some partners off for you to get back to that God image. It might take for you to cut some of these bitches off to get back to that God image. Because you might think that you climbing up because of some money. Oh, yeah, I'm set. I got this amount of money. But you still have to think about your reputation and your name. And I'm going to say this, too. Can't one bitch just define your reputation and your name. Can't one nigga just define your reputation and your name. However, not everybody deserves your energy. Don't let people break on you for your energy. Because although they don't deserve, one person can't do this and that. They can't drain you from your energy. They could be a blockage from you meeting somebody, potentially that can be a blessing in your life, that also has that God-like image. You know what I'm saying? So these are things we got to think about. Now, before I even continue, for those that don't know, I do have a new Instagram. My new Instagram is ambassador.ron. That's it. The healthy relationships one is not deactivated, but for whatever reason, I'm not able to log into that Instagram. So ambassador.ron. If I send you my number, take advantage of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of that shit. I got like 4 other lives I'm going to end up doing, because I got some other lives I got to touch on. But this one was important to me because it always starts off good. It always starts off smooth. She always starts off respectful. But at the end of the day, when they feel like they get to know you, it gets disrespectful because a lot of times you lose that God-like image and you let her have access to things that she didn't deserve to have access to. And for these niggas at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes don't deserve to know you either. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve to get to know you either, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, hit that like button. We're 43 minutes in. I want to continue with this particular live, but I'm going to stop this live so I can get to other lives because I got 3 other lives I need to do. And but I appreciate everybody that like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Look out for more content. We finna turn this shit up, man. 2026, we finna turn this shit up. You feel me? We out. 1.